Mazillo offers world-class sustainable products from Bulgaria, thriving across the EU but struggling locally. We are engaging dermatologists and cosmetologists to endorse our products, validating their quality and efficacy. Simultaneously, we will launch a targeted digital marketing campaign aimed at the Bulgarian expats to build a strong local customer base. With a €60,000 budget and a committed team, we are set to achieve market penetration and growth in the next 16 months. Our marketing project is based on the challenge that Mazillo Ltd has. Along with the KDM, Ivana Pankova, our team of 4 business professionals will try to find the working solution for the main challenges. Here is the content of what you can expect to see in this project. Now, let me tell you a bit more about Mazillo. Mazillo is a Bulgarian-based company which specializes in creating cosmetic products with fully integrated in-house production using only naturally sourced active ingredients. Inspired by folklore, guided by nature, informed by science, premium skincare nourished by unique Bulgarian ingredients plus innovative biotechnology. We have decided to use the value creation wheel method to address Mazillo's challenges. In the first phase of the project, we will define the challenges. Mazillo's customer target group are people who are sustainability-oriented, natural skincare lovers, and customers who are supporting the Bulgarian heritage and traditions. Their main market competitors are natural skincare brands who offer more affordable products. The support of local producers and communities, as well as their own production facility, gives Mazillo strong advantage, especially in the local market. By enhancing Mazillo's strengths and focus on the opportunities, we will try to overcome the weaknesses. Being aware of the main threats, we will proactively prepare an action plan if or whenever we face some of these challenges.
In Section 1B of Phase 1, we focus on identifying and defining the real challenge preventing Mazillo from achieving its goals on the Bulgarian market. As a first step in the identification process, we wanted to create a descriptive and elaborate definition of the challenge the company is facing. We wanted to ensure we answer 4 main questions before we proceed further in the process. We started by asking the question if this is a real problem the company is facing. We determined that this is an actual challenge because the problem at hand directly impacts the growth, brand awareness, and customer loyalty, which is essential for market expansion in Bulgaria. Secondly, we asked what the state of the company will be if this challenge is not solved. Here, we found that without solving this problem, the organization would not be able to relay its core values to the Bulgarian society and solve the problems of life betterment through its products. And lastly, we wanted to make sure our KDM had the money, manpower, and motivation to follow through with the solution of the challenge at hand. After addressing the foundational questions required to properly define the challenge, we engaged in a rigorous discussion with both the KDM and the co-founders of Mazillo to create a precise definition of the challenge they're facing. The question of how might a Bulgarian cosmetic brand encourage customers to choose high quality and high price local skincare products when customer biases negatively influence their purchasing decisions accurately outlines what our project needed to focus on and accomplish. Once we successfully defined our challenge, we utilized the 5 whys methodology in order to find the root cause of the problem. This process proved to be crucial for our project as we were able to specifically isolate certain aspects of the business process, which Mazillo needed to focus on and expose its reasoning behind it. By working closely with the KDM on creating each question and its respective answer, we were able to successfully pinpoint exactly what the business needed at each step in addressing the challenge and its potential solution. We started out by asking the question, why does Mazillo want to proliferate its brand in Bulgaria? Here, Mazillo showed that Bulgaria has the high-quality ingredients needed for a product that can compete with the world leaders in the market. It also wanted to popularize the Bulgarian product and to showcase that these types of products can operate on a global scale to the Bulgarian consumer. Then we asked the question of why it is important for Mazillo to change the perspective of the Bulgarian consumer and establish a high-quality brand that showcases the value of Bulgarian sourced materials. For Mazillo, it shows that it is important because it is a very high potential for a brand like Mazillo to stimulate other Bulgarian companies to provide locally sourced high-quality products and services and deliver on a global scale. The next question we asked is, why does Mazillo have the potential to proliferate and expand on the Bulgarian skincare market? Here, we found out that through the authenticity of Mazillo's ingredients and its core products, it is able to effectively communicate its core values and execute on its mission via the Bulgarian consumer. Then we asked the question of why are the Bulgarian consumer biases hindering the ability of Mazillo to successfully proliferate and expand the Bulgarian skincare products. Here we found out that biases are directly reflective of the consumer purchasing behaviors and are negatively impacting brand loyalty, development, establishment of long-lasting trust with consumers, which led us to our final and most critical question, which really showcased where the root cause of the problem lies. The question is, why are specific metrics of Bulgarian consumer biases required to facilitate a clear vision and more granular visibility into Mazillo's operations? Here the answer is that in order to establish a solid foundational customer base, accurate market and consumer profiles need to be created and related to each of Mazillo's products, which in turn will facilitate a more robust marketing campaign and business strategy. In section 1C of phase 1, we outlined our approach to the challenge. We created and validated our objectives related to the proposed solution, which we will address later in the presentation. And we finally determined what our short-term and long-term key performance indicators should be in terms of the solutions we propose in phase 4 of the value creation wheel model. The way we decided to approach the challenge was to properly address each applicable market segment for Mazillo in Bulgaria. We focused on 3 main segments related to Mazillo's customer base: natural skincare consumers, ingredients-conscious consumers, and Bulgarian expatriates living abroad. In terms of our perception change objectives, we were able to highlight 5 critical areas that needed to be addressed. Email campaign effectiveness. The objective here is to measure the impact of email marketing on customer perception and engagement. Once the metrics are gathered, the goal is to enhance the email content and personalization to increase customers' engagement and bring positive shift in consumer perception. Social media campaign effectiveness, where the objective is to assess how social media campaigns shape public perception and brand affinity. The end goal for this area is to boost the brand's image and customer loyalty through targeted and engaging social media strategies. Then, willingness for recommendation. The objective here is to determine the likelihood of customers recommending our brand to our other potential clients. The main goal here is to increase customer satisfaction and advocacy, fostering organic growth through word of mouth. Surveys. The objective for the surveys is to gather quantitative and qualitative data on customer perceptions and experiences. The goal here is to utilize the survey data to refine strategies and improve customer experiences. And finally, brand awareness. With increased brand awareness, we will attempt to enhance recognition and recall of brand among the target audiences. The goal here is to strengthen the brand's presence and differentiation on the market through consistent messaging and visual identity. Through our objectives, we were able to define both short-term and long-term measurable key performance indicators. In the short term, we're looking for a 20% positive shift from other brand loyalty customers to Mazillo. We're looking for a 25% return on investment increase in annual revenue by the first year. And then we are looking for 3 strategic partnerships with charitable organizations in Bulgaria. As for the long term, we're targeting an increase of 68% consumer return rate per product. We also are targeting a 45% increase in written website testimonials per product. Also, a 20% shift of purchasing consumer behavior from generic brands to Mazillo. Serving as a guide, the expected engagement from the stakeholders is outlined here in this chart. As shareholders, we identify the agents, which are the project team itself, and the KDM to be involved in the define, increase, assess, and narrow phases of the VCW model, with a total of 5 individuals involved in each phase. Business owners were involved in the narrow and act phases, with 2 individuals involved. And finally, the key decision maker was additionally involved in the act phase, where the proposed solutions are to be put into place and measured as well as applied. As a general overview of phase 2, we want to highlight 3 main steps we followed in order to generate the pool of our ideas and filters. In step 1, we utilized the brainwriting technique to develop a comprehensive list of both ideas and filters. In step 2, we purified our ideas and filters using the poker method. This was a team effort where we killed all ideas and filters which were not directly related to the challenge identified in phase 1. In step 3, we conducted an extensive interviews with the KDM to validate and refocus all relevant ideas and filters. This way, we ensure that all aspects of this phase of the VCW model are fully aligned with the ideas and expectations of the KDM, as well as the company's mission and core values.
Going through phase 2 increase of the value creation wheel, we started generating ideas and defining criteria in order to find the most valuable ones. In phase 2C, by applying the poker method, we purified our initial concepts to make them applicable for the real business issue Mazillo faces. Through our thorough research and productive discussions with the key decision maker to better understand market characteristics, combined with the analysis of primary customer research that has already been conducted by the company in January this year, we identified 13 innovative ideas. Our team believes these ideas have the potential to address the problem effectively. They primarily target customer segments where Mazillo currently lacks significant presence, such as the men's market, specialized recommendations, for example, by dermatologists, cosmetologists, makeup artists, wellness professionals, and various digital tools. The next step was to generate multiple criteria, which were meant to serve as filters in the following stages of the project. Guided by the company's vision to ensure sustainable production and promote high-quality Bulgarian ingredients, which have inspired traditional beauty remedies for centuries, we established 15 criteria. Through team brainstorming and brainwriting sessions, we aimed to generate realistic criteria focused on building a strong brand with a clear mission and core values. Recognizing that specific and precise visibility is crucial for addressing Mazillo's challenge, we created financially sustainable criteria likely to resonate with customer subgroups who share similar beliefs. Now, let's continue to the purification of these ideas and criteria in phase 2C. During this phase, our team actively involved the key decision maker in analyzing each idea to assess its applicability to the company's concepts. We used the poker method for careful evaluation, resulting in the decision to keep 4 ideas and further discuss the adaptation for more, which we put in the multiply section. One idea was killed as it did not align with the new customer segmentation. In collaboration with the key decision maker, we moved to validation of the criteria, which were individually analyzed and sorted into one of the 4 categories. We tried to select those which are easy to measure and might serve as must-have filters in the next stages of the project. This approach ensures that our criteria are both practical and aligned with our overall project goals. In phase 3 assess, we will select the ideas and eligible criteria to evaluate their future potential for implementation through ranking and weighting. The key decision maker played a crucial role in selecting the most valuable ideas we initially generated. Her assistance in applying the poker method optimized our efforts and led to a better understanding of the company's capability to implement options that don't require extensive resources and would achieve a quick impact. 8 ideas met Mazillo's criteria for feasibility, setting the stage for further development and implementation. These are Skin AI Personal Profile Creator, Sustainable Recycling Program with discount incentives, holistic wellness-focused partnerships, establishing a brick-and-mortar location, dermatologist's recommendation, venturing into men's market segment, digital marketing campaign focused on Bulgarian expats, and customer perception trials. In stage 3B, we focused on selecting the criteria that would best support the successful implementation of our ideas. We aimed to ensure that these criteria were not only relevant and measurable, but also capable of driving significant impact. We were able to prioritize those that would most effectively guide our decision-making process. The idea must contribute to a positive customer engagement. It allows the usage of natural-sourced Bulgarian vegan raw materials. The idea aligns Mazillo's mission, ensures sufficient quality and quantity of data related to the main problem, solves the main pain points for the customer segments. It is financially sustainable in the long run and cost-effective, encourages sustainable production, helps in fostering strategic collaborations, doesn't impose a decrease of the premium product price, enhances brand awareness, has a positive impact on customer satisfaction. In the final part of phase 3, by using ranking and weighting approach, we prioritized the selected criteria to identify the most impactful and feasible ideas for further implementation. Once we refined filters, we needed to ensure they were properly qualified based on their importance and weight. During discussions with our key decision maker, considering the company's scale of operations and limited workforce, we decided to categorize all criteria as must-haves, as they are equally essential for us. Additionally, we had the key decision maker rank them and verify their measurability by answering a simple yes or no question. This process helped us streamline our approach and ensured that each criterion was practical and actionable, allowing us to precisely filter the ideas.
In phase 4 of the VCW model, we were able to identify and validate our filters internally and with the KDM. Based on the results in phase 3, we incorporated our filters with the value creation funnel to help us determine our final solutions through the ideas that made it through the filtering process. Then we were able to expand on each of the ideas, develop them into conceptual items, and create propositions and prototypes with actionable items for each. This in turn provided us with valuable and applicable solutions to the challenge Mazillo is currently facing. In section 4A of phase 4, we created a scoring matrix for our ideas based on 12 must-have filters that helped us pick the final candidates. These filters are the list of items 100% validated and weighted by the KDM. We then took the 8 ideas we had selected in phase 3, section A, and passed them through the value creation funnel utilizing a binary selection approach of a 1 or a 0. This indicates if the idea passes through a specific filter or not. If an idea receives a score of 0 on any of the used filters, it is no longer considered valid to go through the rest of the process. The desired score for an idea to make it through the funnel was based on the total amount of filters it needed to pass. In our case, a score of 12. Running all ideas through this process, only 3 emerged as the final selections. The first, specifically tailored digital marketing campaigns focused on Bulgarian expats. Second, holistic wellness-focused partnerships with well-known and respected individuals with careers in nutrition, physical health, and mental health. And third, the strategic partnerships with dermatologists and cosmetologists to establish a firm and trustworthy image of the brand's products. In section 4B of phase 4, we outline each concept and value proposition item, which is fundamentally based on the 3 original ideas that passed through the value creation funnel of the section that we previously discussed. These ideas, which passed through in phase 4A, were further developed into distinct concepts, which we believe add overall value to our proposition. First, the idea of specifically tailored original marketing campaigns focused on Bulgarian expats was developed into the concept of a series of targeted digital marketing campaigns aimed only at Bulgarian expats through the utilization of social media, email marketing, and expatriate community platforms. The value proposition was a personalized content that resonates with Bulgarian expats, promoting a sense of connection to their homeland while introducing high-quality, familiar skincare products across the country. Second, the idea of creating a holistic wellness-focused partnerships with well-known and respected individuals in Bulgaria was transformed into the concept of establishing value-added collaborations with prominent Bulgarian figures in nutrition, physical, and mental health, with the overall idea of promoting holistic wellness. The value added of this concept was leveraging the credibility and reach of respected wellness professionals to enhance the brand's image as a holistic, wellness-oriented cosmetics provider. And finally, the idea of strategic partnerships with dermatologists and cosmetologists was used to conceptualize the formation of alliances with those individuals, which in turn establish a sense of trust and credibility through endorsements from trusted skincare experts, emphasizing the safety and efficacy of the products. In section 4C of phase 4 of the VCW, we expanded and developed the initial prototypes of each concept and value proposition. We developed and expanded on 3 main proposition packages, which will be discussed in the following slides. The first proposition package is the creation of the digital marketing campaign specifically tailored to Bulgarian expats living abroad. This package was broken down into 3 main sections with its respective actionable items. First, the development of sample content, where we look to create engaging social media posts tailored to Bulgarian expats and highlighting the brand's unique connection to Bulgaria. Furthermore, we're looking to draft email newsletters with personalized offers and cultural content. And finally, to produce some short video ads which feature testimonials from Bulgarian expats using the product. In the next step, we propose piloting campaigns where a test campaign on social media platforms targeting Bulgarian expat groups and communities will be utilized to focus on the product's efficacy and ease of use. Then we're looking into the use of A/B testing for email marketing to determine the most effective subject lines and content. And of course, we're going to run a small-scale Google Ads AdWords campaign to measure click-through conversion rates, which in turn will lead us to the third actionable item of engagement tracking, where we monitor engagement metrics such as likes, shares, comments, and click-through rates on social media. We're also looking to track open rates, click rates, and conversion rates for email campaigns. And finally, we will analyze the website traffic and sales data generated from all the campaigns for this package and determine the value added. The second proposition package is the engagement of wellness-focused experts and practitioners. Here, the three main sections are initial partnerships, the drafting of those documents where we try to identify and approach well-known nutritionists, physical health experts, and mental health advocates in Bulgaria. We also are looking to draft partnership agreements, detailing collaboration terms, promotional activities, and compensation. Then, the creation and refinement of the co-branded content, where we attempt to create blog posts, social media content, and video interviews featuring the wellness partners discussing the benefits and brands products. Here, we're also targeting to develop wellness guides and tips that integrate the brand's products endorsed by those partners. And finally here, performing audience response testing, where the shared co-branded content on both the brands and partners' social media channels are analyzed and data is extracted and compared. We're also conducting surveys and collecting feedback from followers to gauge their interests and perception of the collaboration. And finally, we're monitoring the engagement and sales metrics linked to the co-branded content that those campaigns create. Finally, the third proposition package is the creation of strategic partnerships with professional dermatologists and cosmetologists. In this package, the three main sections are the development of consultations and endorsement agreements, where we approach leading dermatologists and cosmetologists to discuss potential partnerships. We also draft agreements and specify the endorsement terms, review the processes, and the promotional activities for each. The second is the development and attendance of educational workshops and seminars, where we organize webinars or live sessions for the dermatologist and the cosmetologist involved, discussing skincare and the benefits of the brand's products. We are also looking to join international and local conferences where we can showcase the brand's values and products in terms of their health benefits and their efficacy. Also here, we can look into creating a series of educational posts and videos based on these sessions. Then in turn, we can be using those to be shared on social media and the brand's website. And lastly, the active collection of feedback and monitoring data. This action item will enable us to collect and analyze feedback from participants in workshops and seminars. We'll also be able to track engagement metrics for the testimonial content and the educational materials created. And of course, we'll be able to measure the impact on brand perception and sales through surveys and sales data analytics.
Now we'll continue our presentation with phase 5, ACT, and I'll cover its three sections. First, 3 M's and the business model. Second, test and KPIs evaluation. And third, implementation and control. On the next slides, 3 M's and business model will be presented. For the success of our project, it was important to identify the 3 M's. First M, the manpower, is going to identify the people and the skills required to implement the project. Second M, money, is describing what budget is needed for execution. And finally, third M, minutes, how long does the implementation take? Starting with the manpower, we would like to present the team of Mazillo, dedicated to the implementation of the project. The team includes, at first place, our KDM, Ivana Pankova, who was deeply involved during our work. She is primarily responsible for marketing, communications, building and developing a partnership, as well as with development and implementation of the overall strategy. The other members of the external team of the project are the co-founders of the company, Michaela Donska and Joanna Radeva, where Michaela Donska is generally in charge with management oversight, budget allocation and management, as well as internal resource management, while Joanna Radeva is responsible for operation management and development of foreign relations. I'm continuing with the minutes. We have decided that the implementation of the project will take 16 months in total. During this period, we are going to explore the 3 ideas that were selected. Generally, the execution of all ideas will start simultaneously as presented on the slide here, but practically at one and the same time, while the last 6 months will be dedicated to monitoring, analysis and management of the impact from every initiative. Now we are going to describe the investment that is going to be utilized during the project. Following to our discussion with the KDM and based on the company's financial capabilities, a budget of 60,000 euro was allocated for implementation of the plan developed during our project. This budget is almost equally distributed between the ideas, as presented on the slide. Firstly, we have 25,000 euro dedicated to digital marketing campaigns for Bulgarian expats that are going to be allocated to support cost per purchase and cost per click rate per production line. Another 15,000 euro are allocated for establishment of wellness-focused partnership aiming to cover the engagement rate and participation in events and involvement of relevant personas to support the brand and product sales. And finally, the remaining 20,000 euro will be invested in the third initiative for utilization of endorsements and recommendation by health professionals. Concluding with Phase 5A, we have described the business model of the company here, covering all 9 dimensions as per the methodology. I would like to emphasize mainly on the value proposition of the company that is based on the cutting-edge biotech formulas, clean and natural skincare product developed by usage of proven traditional recipes. Next, Phase 5B, test and KPIs evaluations will be presented. As already said earlier, we have separated our KPIs in 2 groups, internal and external ones. Although we were able to achieve almost all of our internal KPIs, the evaluation of the external KPIs require more time during the implementation of our project and the particular campaigns. Speaking for the internal ones, we have managed to develop solid understanding of the VCW framework. We did regular team member meetings to discuss and monitor the progress of the overall project, as well as a regular meeting and calls with the KDM once every 2 weeks. All of this led to a positive contribution to the project task supported by the teamwork level. The achievement of our last internal KPI is going to become visible in the next days when the grading is provided. As shown here, all external KPIs have clear measurable dimensions agreed with the KDM, and the execution is going to be closely monitored in the last 4 to 6 months of our implementation plan, as already mentioned. Now, the last part of phase 5, 5C, implementation and control, will be presented. The execution of the ideas for promoting Mazillo's products is going to start shortly after our presentation is concluded. Here, we have presented our detailed implementation plan for each of the 3 ideas, together with all planned activities during the next 5 quarters. So, regarding to the digital marketing campaigns for Bulgarian expats, we will execute social media campaign tailored to the specific customer segment, personalized email newsletter offers, and product video testimonials. Then we will continue with social media product test campaign, AB email marketing testing, and small-scale Google AdWords campaigns. Speaking about the second one, the wellness-focused partnership, we will start with approaching a well-known nutritionist and health expert and signing a dedicated partnership with the ones who agreed to engage with our brand. Then we're going to popularize their feedback and recommendation for our products through blog posts, social media content, and videos. This campaign is going to be supplemented by development of wellness guides and tips where our products are naturally integrated. Finally, our marketing initiatives for a partnership with well-recognized professionalists will be executed by approaching a dedicated list of potential partners and reaching to agreements. After that, we will organize product educational webinars and live events, as well as a bunch of educational post and video content on social media and company's website. Generally, all initiatives will be measured by various methods aiming to estimate the achievement of the external KPIs. With this, we have presented our detailed implementation plan for this project. Now, before to give the floor to our KDM to express her opinion about our work over the project, I would like to conclude with our key learnings. The team identified some lessons that the usage of the VCW framework provides. First, it's a fundamental for the successful project to start with in-depth research, aiming to have more understanding of the market and the product itself, which will unlock the potential for generation of more sustained ideas. Second, you should set no boundaries rule to empower all team members to share and explore various ideas. And finally, the VCW provides you opportunity to explore a large number of frameworks and methods so that to test which of them fit best to solve your challenge. With this summary, I am giving the word to our KDM.
I really want to thank the wonderful team for taking up this task and for the dedication and the wonderful work that they did, and also for the opportunity to participate. It was really insightful and extremely helpful. When I was first approached for participating in this project, I wasn't really familiar with the concept of this framework, and now I'm really happy to say that I find it to be very useful in terms of decision making. It requires some very diligent work to prepare, but at the end of the day, brought extremely well thought and insightful solutions that I found will be extremely helpful in our future work. Once I started working with the team and they got me through each step of the process and we started discussing and brainstorming on these different parts, I really saw how through the process the ideas crystallized into very concrete solutions. And eventually what the point of the whole project is, we managed to sort out those ideas that are really relevant and feasible for a company. I'm really excited to actually start implementing them. As we discussed with the team, we'll soon start doing this. I'm very happy with the results. I think the ideas that were generated will work really well for a company. Again, many thanks for the team for leveraging on their experience and value creation will, and for finding the most appropriate solutions for us.